Hey guys, welcome back. Today we've got Damon here at Locals. He won. He's playing an Unchained pile of cards.
Yeah,
Tell us about
pile. Unchained, Yubel, Fiendsmith, pile. Look, I would say it's more Unchained, but that's just bias. For Unchained, 2 Aruha, 1 Sarama, 1 Shivara, 1 Shayama, 3 Prison, and 1 H traps. Because in the grind game, Sarama's looping the traps anyway, so you don't need more than 1 of each. Because this is just 3 copies of every other card, so like it's fine. Plus, also Thrust is in on engine, so it's also 3 more copies of these. So 1 and 1 felt fine. It also means if you open this plus not the Unchained engine, you don't brick on the Unchained traps. So it was fine. Like no complaints about it. And the reason for 2 Aruha, not 3, is because Aruha Fiend locks you, and it makes it so you can't make Varudras on the end board. So Aruha is like, it's a card you have to play through interaction more than a card you have to start interaction. Like to start the combo. And Fiendsmith stuff is 1 Lori, 1 Lacrima, 2 Engraver, 1 Tract. That can go up. You can play 3 of this. You can play 3 of this. Like they all just these all just make Desiree or Wave King, and that's pretty much all you want them to do anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Or they all just bait interaction, which is a big thing. This deck just plays through interaction like crazy.
If you went more Engraver, would you go more Tract?
Probably more Engraver over Tract, just because like if you can't cycle the Lori back, the Tract doesn't do anything.
I mean, you're already playing 47, may as well go hard.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing 60. If I go to 50, it would be like 2 more hand traps and a 3rd Engraver, or like 1 more hand trap and 3rd Engraver plus a 2nd Tract. Like that's the most I would consider. I don't like going over 50. So yeah. For the Yubel cards, people would say the good cards, but Lotus, because full combo on its own, as you do. Beckoning Beast, because this card is the one card, like Yama Rage trap thing, so it's just good. Also gives the loop of looping the Yubels with the gates and looping the Lotuses and all that, so it's a good card. The 1 Sklerma, just because it is the Nightmare Pain search target. Opening it isn't that great. Opening it's fine because you obviously dodge Imperm or Spirit of Yubel, but by the time you're summoning Lotus, most of the time they should have used Imperm on Sequence or Yama. So there's no point in playing this with the intention to dodge Imperm on Spirit. And most people also just hit, from my experience anyway, most people just hit this on normal summon and just kind of pray that you don't have any extender at all. Because if you have 1 extender, you still just go full combo. Then 2 Spirit, 1 OG Yubel, 1 Terran card. I feel like that's relatively standard from what I've seen. 2 is good just because of Shifter. When you get shifted, you want the 2nd one in the deck for the Phantom because you just can't get it back into rotation under Shifter from my experience anyway. I'm sure there's probably some way that I don't know, but yeah, the personal experience, I liked 2. 2 was fine, never bricked on it. Also, this card is just good because if you can get it on the board at any point of time, all the Unchained cards just pop it, and then you float into Yubel and you continue the endless cycle of Yubel for free link material, so that's good. The Yubel engine spells, 1 Opening, 1 Pain, 1 Terraforming, 3 Throne, just because they're all insane cards. This is also just full combo on its own. It's also, if you open this plus Unchained start, you will just activate this to pop Spirit, summon OG Yubel, make Yama effect, try to bait 1 interaction, then make a Phantom, then just play the combo. Because the Unchained combo doesn't lose to hand traps inherently. If anyone played in that format with Unchained, Tier, and Race, I think it was, that format, Unchained just doesn't lose to hand traps, and it sort of loses to breakers, but not really. And then adding the Yubel cards also just makes this deck just not lose to breakers at all. I played through 3 breakers the other day with this deck. It was Dark Ruler, Droplet, Lightning Storm I played through, and still had Rage for the SP and the Escape to pop another one, so it's still 3 interactions through 3 breakers. Then hand traps, 2 Veiler. Don't know why it's 2 Veiler, it just is 2 Veiler. There's no reasoning behind it. 3 Ash because of the Chummies, 3 Chummy because it's the Chummy. 1 Talent and 3 Thrust. And Thrust is 3 more copies of both Unchained traps. So it's good, and also like to going first, it's more Unchained traps. Going second, it's either talents, imperm, terraforming for throne.
Thrust at Unchained Trap always feels good.
Yeah, thrust is just an insane card, and then 3 imperm because it's arguably the best hand trap besides obviously Chummy. I would say imperm's probably the
Do you
best.
feel like Veiler is too weak?
I wouldn't say Veiler's too weak. It's probably the fact of that. From what I've seen, these cards have picked up a lot more steam. So Veiler loses more to like the talents cards,
Yeah.
where imperm, if you imperm them and they have a talents, they can't do anything.
I feel
right?
like Droll and Ogre are getting more popular.
Yeah,
Would you play Droll?
Yeah, Droll. I probably would play. I just every time I have Droll in the deck, I open Chummy with Droll, and I don't like the feeling because then I stop myself from drawing like 11 cards. But like Droll is also an FTK, so
Yeah.
definitely things.
I'd rather
you can
one Droll than
decide
one
in.
Veiler.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I definitely hand trap ratio can definitely change. Like you can put more in, less in. Like it's not really that big of a thing because like the Unchained engine will just like play through heaps of interaction. So it's just free. Like Unchained baits like 2 negates on its own. So yeah.
That's what, 47?
47, mate. Don't ask the number. It just was 47 when I threw it together. So yeah. Extra deck is relatively standard. 1 Aerial Leader, 1 Desiree, double Phantom. Double Phantom has only come up for me under Shifter. Other than that, it has never come up. One Phantom is fine if you just don't have the money for it. You just play 1 Phantom and just say, I'm going to lose to Shifter a few games.
Yep.
Just happens. 1 Caesar, 1 Verudrus. Verudrus is definitely a flex spot because if you start Aruha, you can't make this because it's a worm.
Yep.
But it also just makes your end board insane when you end on Desiree, Verudrus, Wave King, Phantom, Rage, Double Trap. Like the board is basically unbreakable. Like your opponent needs a combination of like 6 cards to break the board. Like then Fiendsmith cards, they're good.
Yep.
Don't really need to say much else about Fiendsmith cards. SP Rage, double Yama, 1 Anguish and 1 Abomination.
Yep.
Just because. Double Yama for grind game. Anguish is just Anguish. A-Bomb could be access code. I did think about it. Just didn't do it. Definitely, access code probably is better than A-Bomb. I just like A-Bomb just because it's A-Bomb.
Yep.
And then Rage into SP is obviously just an insane interaction. So, you
Nice.
know. Then side deck.
Yep.
Just it is literally 13 breakers. So 1 Duster, 1 Talons,
You're
1
on
Change of
Thrust.
Heart. Yeah, 1 Dark Roller because Thrust. So may as well just chuck in the 1 ofs. 3 Cosmic because it's the best, my opinion, the best breaker in the game. I love this card.
That's very flexible.
This into Centurion is crazy. This into the Yubel Mirror is crazy. This into Tenpai to hit the field spell specifically because it's the 1 card you lose to against that deck.
It's not awful in Fire King either.
Yeah, it's good into Fire King. Like, it's just a good card. Cosmic is just very good. Droplet. Pair this with any breaker and you pretty much win if you have a good enough hand. Then Book of Eclipse. I think this is underrated. I think Book of Eclipse is like really good.
I think so.
Like this card plus this plus Droplet is just pretty much the whole Yubel field is gone. Like other than obviously the Rage, but yeah. And then the 2 going first cards of DDG and Barrier because you have Thrust. So
yeah,
the FTK against Yubel, FTK against everything else, right?
Very nice.
Branded. So yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, Damon.
All good.
We'll catch you in the next one.